everybody. Sorry about that. Little glitch when I hit the record button, which I'm just not gonna do. We're just not gonna record footage tonight. That's fine.
It's never gonna live anywhere else.
We'll just stream it. It's fine.
I mean, you can pull the VOD.
Yes, when we record all our angles simultaneously for editing, but I haven't been editing anything from the show lately, so...
Neither have I, and I told you specifically that I was gonna.
Okay, so this is a game called City of Myrkesh. This was sent to us by the game's designer, Mark Wilson. It is, I think his game design company that he started with this game is called Dragon Egg Games. And the publisher that they partnered with is Grindstone Games. I might have that wrong. It might be two different publishers that are partnering. I don't know. But those are the companies behind this game, and the designer sent this game to me to cut together a how-to, which you saw during the pre-show. And now we're gonna check it out. We're gonna see how it plays. It's a deck building game where the city is under attack by this giant, cool-looking Hydra, which... Oh, hey, that camera's broken. This thing is pretty great. So this thing has come to attack the city, and... Oh, let's roll this die and make sure it's facing the right way. 1, it's gonna face the Undercity to start with.
Ooh, I'm in the Undercity.
Let me actually tell you guys a little bit about all of these different districts in the city.
Please do.
So we have the Merchants Row, which is the brown. It says in this city you have 5 districts to align yourself with. You don't choose just one. In fact, it's probably better for synergies to pick multiples depending on the cards you end up getting. But... the denizens of the Merchants Row. Do you like letting money do the talking? Merchants allow you to gain an abundance of coin, rush cards to the top of your deck, and even utilize other players to broaden your card selection. Who will you barter with? There's also the Royal Courts. Do you value resource flexibility as well as using coin and power to achieve your goals? Raise levies, gain noble prestige, and protect yourself from disruption. How will you show your status? The Industrial Grounds. Prioritize progress. Do you seek the same? Recruit and use multi-purpose cards and draw through your deck more quickly than any other district. Will innovation guide your hand? Or do the creatures of the wilds speak to you? Will you strive for raw power no matter how primal? Neither wounds nor destroyed terrain shall tame your ferocity. And lastly, the Undercity. Are you cunning and quick on your feet? Slander your opponents, cause their allies to revolt, and slash them down before they get a chance to react. Take back your city one cut at a time. So, I feel like this game kind of combines some elements of Magic the Gathering, which is kind of apparent in the art style or the card layout.
Well, and also... the color palette, the districts,
the color palette, yeah.
The districts all have their own. They seem to, from your description, have their own unique card types and
so
abilities.
It's kind of combining that element with a deck builder like Clank or something along those lines. I named my favorite deck builder. Mm-hmm. The way that the game is gonna work. At the start of the game, so setup is not quite finished because we're all going to choose our starting spaces at this stage, and then we will reveal additional cards. So there's one card available for purchase already in each of these districts. When we choose our starting spaces, you're going to choose any 2-colored space that sits between districts. You must choose a space that is unique. I'm just putting this here as an example. We'll roll to see who goes first or something. You must choose a space that is unique that only applies during setup. Once the game actually gets going, there's no limit to the number of players that can occupy the same space. After everybody's chosen their starting space, we will reveal another card from each district that will be face up on top of its deck. And so there will be a total of 10 cards revealed at a time, 10 cards that will be potentially available for purchase, but you have to be in a specific space in order to buy them. So, on your turn, you're gonna we've each got a starting deck of 10 cards. There are 4 traders, 3 soldiers, 2 nomads, and 1 peasant, I think is the count. I'm gonna go ahead.
Are we saying traders like
traders?
Like they trader? Okay.
Yeah, like
not
they trade.
traders?
They trade things. Let me come over to my place.
Kind of cool if there are traders in
Yeah.
our. In
So
our
I can
deck.
show you these different cards.
Playing this card only gives points to your opponent.
So, oh, that's Eric's seat. Once the stream ends, this will be lost media. No, it won't. It will be. It will live on in YouTube, just only as the raw stream. Okay, so the trader is going to gain you 1 coin. The soldier is going to gain you 1 power. The nomad lets you choose one or the other, and also has a little special ability that says once per turn you can spend 1 blue prestige as though it was a coin when you buy a card that costs a lot of money. And the peasant doesn't do anything. We'll explain how that all works in a moment. So there are 4 of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, and just this one guy in your starting deck for a total of 10 cards, excuse me. You're going to shuffle your deck and draw 5 cards at the start of the game. And on your turn, you'll perform as many actions as you want, as many times as you want, in any order, until you can't do anything else or don't want to do anything else. The actions that are available to you. Let me just draw some cards. You can play a card vertically to resolve its text and do whatever it says. The basic cards we just went over, those are very simple. If I play that trader vertically, I gain 1 gold. Or you can play a card horizontally, which is about the only reason to have a peasant. When you play a card horizontally, you gain 1 speed. You don't do any of the text that's on it, so you can do that with any card that's in your hand. You can just burn a card horizontally to gain a speed. Speed you will use to move about the city. And coin you will use to purchase cards. Power you will use to attack the big monster. So, let's take a look over at the board here. If I have 1 speed and that's my starting position, I can move 1 space in either direction by spending that speed. And then I'm in a new place. When you're in a space between districts, you have the option to buy one of these 2 cards, because that's what those arrows mean. If you're in a space that is in just the 1 district, the arrow that connects the inner city to the outer city means that the card that's visible here, there will be another card face up here, is also available to purchase. So you can buy this one or this one when you're in that specific district.
So you always have 2 card options.
You'll always have 2 card options to purchase in every space. When you buy a card, you spend the number of coins required, and then you put that card in your discard pile, similar to other deck builders. That means that card won't be available to you right away, but eventually you'll deplete your deck, you'll have to reshuffle, and then it'll show up in future turns, and you'll be able to use that card for all of its goodies. There's lots of goodies on all of these. There's lots of text on these cards, which I'm certain we will have questions about as they come up.
Oh, every single time.
The good thing about this, there's half of this rule book is a glossary of keywords that's basically just defining the stuff that's on the card with different word choice. More or less, it's redundant. Like everything you need should be printed on the card. But the good thing about it is, while there's a whole bunch of terminology to learn in terms of what these different abilities do, once you start to get that, it carries over across other cards. Like a lot of these abilities show up on multiple cards throughout the deck. There are 16 cards in each district, and I can't remember what the makeup is. They range in price from 1 coin to 4 coins. And so you can purchase one of 2 cards in any space that you're in. When you purchase a card, you put it to your discard pile. You do not refill that card until the end of your turn. But you could potentially buy, if you get a shitload of coin on your turn, you could buy both cards that are in the space you're in, and then use a speed to move and buy a different card or something like that. So it is theoretically possible to buy more than 2 cards in the same turn. So, actions available to you. You can play a card vertically, resolve whatever its text is. Play a card horizontally, gain 1 speed. Move by spending a speed and moving 1 space. Buy a card by spending the coin necessary. There are a couple of rubble tokens which will show up throughout the course of the game. One way for that to happen is if you are in the front arc of the monster, which is the direction the head is facing and the 2 sides adjacent. So if you are purchasing a card that is in one of those 3 districts, not the inner city, sorry, has to be an outer city card. That's right. So if you buy this card that ends up showing up face up, or this one, then you add a rubble token to that district. When you're in a district with a rubble token, in order to buy a card from that district, you also have to spend 1 speed, because you've got to crawl over the wreckage to get to the people that you're trying to enlist to join your army, I guess.
So the rubble token's bad or good?
The rubble tokens are hurdles to get around. That's one thing that they do. They get in your way, and you have to spend a speed in addition to the card cost in order to buy cards in this district. The other thing is the last action, which I haven't talked about, which is attacking the monster. In order to attack the monster, you have to have at least 1 power. You have to be in a space that has a red arrow pointing to the monster. So not one of these 2 district spaces, but one of the single district spaces. And there can't be rubble there. That rubble, you'll notice, covers that arrow. So in order to attack the monster, you've got to be in a space that doesn't have rubble.
The rubble feels like a bad thing.
It gets in your way, yes. So if you purchase cards in the front arc of the monster knows that you're rallying troops against it and creates some debris.
Create some rubble.
Yeah. There are other ways to create rubble. There are only 2 rubble tokens on the board. If something happens that causes you to have to place rubble, and both rubble tokens are already on the board, move one of your choice. So that clears some rubble out of the way in another district.
But essentially, at some point in the game, we're just going to have 2 rubbles.
There's going to be 2 rubble tokens throughout most of the game, yeah.
Got it.
When you attack the monster, because that's the other action that I haven't talked about yet, when you attack the monster, you're going to spend all of your power that you have. And then you'll reference this little reference card to see what happens. Well, first, let's say I had 4 power and I was attacking the monster. I'd spend all 4 power. I would gain 4 blue prestige crystals from the monster health pool that's over here. When this is depleted, the end game is triggered. We go until we've had an equal number of turns, and then we'll tally our points. These count as victory points. These also count as victory points. These will show up from certain types of cards. You'll be able to take some of these. But that is the end game trigger. That's the monster's health. It's dead or it's on its last legs when we've depleted that. There are also cards that are worth points. Most of the stuff that you can buy is worth at least half a point. Which is a weird thing. I would have made the points worth, the point value's doubled. So that there's not half points. But anyway,
so the cards that we end up with at the end of the game with
these
our
cards
deck,
will contribute to your total score. Anything that's in your deck that's worth a point, that has this symbol, contributes to your total score, as do the blue cubes and the purple crystals. So, let's say I dealt 4 damage to the monster. I had 4 power and I attacked the monster. I would take 4 blue crystals from the monster health pool, and then I would refer to this reference card here to look at other things that happen. If you deal at least 4 damage to the monster on your attack, that's it. You're done. You get your 4 crystals, and you don't have to take any wounds or negative effects. If you don't deal 4, then you've got to take a look at the right side of the board, and do some bad stuff. The icons that are in the middle, and there's also a light wound icon on the far right of the thick flesh side. So you're looking at which side of the monster you're facing there. So in this example, I'm facing the thick flesh side. That would mean that
you have to spend speed to
yeah,
ignore
exactly.
the armor.
I'm facing armor. So if I don't have a speed to negate that thick flesh, I lose one of the blue points that I got, and that goes back into this common supply instead of the health there. If I do have a speed, I can spend that speed and cancel out the armor, but I'm still going to take that wound. That's if I haven't dealt at least 4 damage. If you deal 4 damage, you knock the monster back. It doesn't do anything to retaliate to you. But if you deal less than 4 damage, then it's gonna hit you back in the process. If you take any wound cards, they go into your discard pile, and they'll show up in your hand in future turns. You cannot use wound cards as any sort of like payment. You can't discard them to trigger the effects of another card or something like that. You cannot play them horizontally for speed. You can only play them vertically to do whatever the text says on that card. There's light wounds, heavy wounds, and bleeding wounds. Heavy wounds become light wounds the first time they show up. I think, let's see. It's, you can't discard it, yeah. Mend, you can only play this card basically at the end of your turn. After you play the card, you remove it from your deck and then place a light wound on top of your deck. So you will, like, the turn that you get a heavy wound in your hand, the next turn you're going to get a light wound in your hand. Light wounds, when they show up, you remove it from your deck, and then you also remove one of your starter cards from your deck. So this is actually a mechanic for trimming down on the less useful cards. And the bleeding wound does some other bad stuff. Oh no, that's just when you play it, you get rid of it. So basically the wound cards take up space in your deck. You don't want them, but you're gonna end up with some of them in the interest of dealing damage to the monster and scoring points. Okay. There's also some other negative effects that will happen, as described on this card. If you hit the monster in the head, which is dangerous because you're going to get both a light wound and a bleeding wound, then you're going to immediately discard the top card of your deck. If you hit it in the Void Maw, which is one of those other heads, because it's a 3-headed Hydra, you're going to get a heavy wound, and you're going to let somebody else draw a card. If you hit it in the Plague Maw, you get a heavy wound and have to discard one of your cards that isn't a wound. Basically, that's what an ally card is. If you can't, then you gain an impair token. We'll talk about status tokens in a second. So that's if you don't hit the knockback threshold, which is 4. So you'll check knockback first, and then you'll resolve the negative effects if you didn't hit that threshold. If you did, don't worry about it. Then you'll check the create rubble threshold. If you dealt at least 3 damage to the monster, then you have to place a rubble token in your district. I think that's a mechanic to keep you from sitting in the same spot and just wailing on the monster over and over again. But the idea is that you hit the monster so hard, it knocked over a building or something. If you deal at least 2 damage, then the crowd retreat triggers. You have the option, you don't have to do this, but you have the option of shuffling in both cards that are in the district back into the deck and replacing them. Even if you've already purchased one or both of those cards, you then shuffle the deck and reveal new ones. And the provoke threshold is basically if you deal any damage to the monster, then at the end of the attack, the monster's going to turn and face you. So, That's how attacking works. I think the last thing to go over are the status tokens. The end of turn. End of turn stuff. So your actions, you get a hand of 5 cards, you play whatever you can, gain stuff, do stuff with it. You can play horizontally to gain a speed, spend speed to move, you can attack the monster spending all your power, you can buy cards spending your coins. At the end of your turn, you'll set all 3 of these resources back down to 0. You will discard all the cards that are in your active area, which is the cards that you've played so far this turn. Move those all to the discard pile. Discard anything that's left in your hand, anything you didn't want to play. Discard all of it, and then draw a new hand of cards. Your hand is 5 unless you have an optimize or impair token, which I will talk about shortly. You will also then replenish any cards you purchased. Starting with the inner city if you've purchased an inner city card, you'll move the outer city card to take its place and then draw a new outer city card. If you purchase them both, you draw an inner city card, you draw an outer city card. And then play proceeds. So, status tokens, really quickly, there are reference cards for this here and here. They're worded a little clunky. If you have a debt token, these are all things that can happen based on cards that get played throughout the course of the game. If you have a debt token, the next time you gain money, you'll gain one less money for every debt token you have, and then you'll discard those debt tokens. Tax works the same way, but you always have to get rid of debt tokens before you get rid of tax tokens, and if you have any tax tokens, you cannot attack the monster. Slow works the same way with speed, except with speed instead of money. Enrage works the same way with power instead of money, and if you are enraged, you can't buy cards. Impair and optimize. If you have an impair token, you will, over on your little resource tracker, you'll lower this 1 notch, and then the next time you draw up your hand, you'll only draw 4 cards instead of 5. Then you'll discard the impair token and reset back to 5. Optimize is the other way around. You'll draw 6 instead of 5. If you ever get both of them, just discard them both because they cancel each other out. If you get more than 1, then it's not like 2 impair tokens would reduce your hand size to 3. 2 impair tokens would reduce your hand size to 4 for 2 rounds.
Oh, man.
And then protection is the last one, which basically there are cards that say choose an opponent. If somebody chooses you for whatever that effect is, you can play a protection token that you have, like discard it, in order to cancel whatever that effect is. If you have protection tokens, any of them, for a full round and don't spend any of them, then you have to discard one. I think that's everything. I know I went through a lot of stuff fast. I think...
Don't worry, I've already won.
I think this game is gonna be simpler than it seems.
I think so too.
It's pretty standard card stuff.
Yeah.
It's a mix of, I played a ton of Legendary, a ton of Clank, ton of Magic the Gathering. I think I got a solid handle of this.
Yeah.
I have not, but I think I can do it.
Okay. I think Paul's gonna win, honestly.
I think I can play this game with 1 cat on my lap.
Eric has Simon, so he wins already.
Yeah.
Thanks for the resub, Danica. Okay. So,
Hey, Curly. Hey.
why don't we've all drawn our starting hand?
I have.
It was here.
Go ahead and draw 5 cards.
Draw 5 cards.
Yeah. And the rulebook doesn't say where to put them, but I'm putting my draw pile here and my discard pile here.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna move.
I
that
can see.
out of the way.
I can see that working.
Okay, let's roll the name die that we've got to see Why did that happen?
Oh, fucking, of course it is.
Paul, you're first.
I didn't want to be first.
So Paul,
At my board game group,
So many animals. I'm
at my
sorry,
board
buddy.
game group,
sorry,
we
buddy.
use an app to
it is
determine.
trader with a D, Sir Air Dude.
Yeah, I got confused about that too, Sir Air Dude.
Yeah.
And then Eric and I were talking about how cool it would be if they did have traitors in our deck.
There are some weird ones that show up.
When you play this card, every other opponent gets one.
There's
gold.
there's a lot of cards that are like choose an opponent to do a bad thing to them. If they don't cancel it with a protection token, then the card goes to their discard pile after your turn is over. Stuff like that.
So I pick my place first, right? Is that what happens?
Yes. We're not done with setup.
Never mind.
Sigford, that's why. Yeah, so go ahead, Paul. You can pick any one of the the in-between district spaces. Cool. And then it's my turn, and I have not looked at any of these cards to see what any of them do.
Oh, I probably should have done
Paul
that.
didn't either, so...
I just went with
yeah.
a place that was speaking out to me.
I'm gonna... Why don't we... should we take a look? That's the whole
Yeah.
point of having
And do we reveal the
the
top
inner
ones?
cities after we've placed. Which I think is an interesting mechanic. You only get to see one card that's available to you. Which, I guess, since you're placing between districts, you see both the cards that
Yeah.
are available to you. But,
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
anyway,
I guess that makes
Voltaic
sense.
Virtuoso, gain 2 power or gain 2 speed. And then choose an opponent to reveal their hand and discard an ally card of your choice. If they discard a basic card or a card with a cost of 2 or less, they gain an impair token and you draw a card. That's mean. That's a mean card. It's also an expensive card that is not likely to be purchasable early. Gain 2 power after resolving your next attack. If you knock back the monster, you can spend prestige to gain cards. Okay. And then this one, Ghostly Gallant, shield, gain a protection token. Ooh, I like that one. Okay. I haven't read this one yet. Spend a speed and count as being in that player's space when you buy stuff. And then this cheapy guy. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice too. Okay. All right, Paul. You've had a chance to look at cards. If you wanted to, would you like to change your mind on where you're starting? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
So we're keeping the okay.
I'm gonna fix that. I forgot about that. Okay, go ahead, Eric.
Okay. Let's see. How about right here?
Hmm.
Simon Purse.
Simon Purrs. Okay, so now we reveal the Outer City cards as well. Five more cards. Yay! Okay, and Paul, you are on deck first.
Okay.
So, you can play cards vertically or horizontally. You can look at the cards that are in your hand.
I can? Okay,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know. Sweet. That's nice. Okay. So
And if you
so I put it down and then I play that's
yeah,
me
if you
playing it?
if you put it face up, yeah, exactly.
So I'm playing this then. And
All right.
And then I gain one.
1 power or 1 coin, your choice.
Oh, it's or.
Yeah.
It's not both?
It says modal at the top. Choose one.
Oh, yeah, I should definitely know what that word means.
How do you not know what modal means?
I
What's wrong?
I just didn't go to college.
Okay.
You did though.
Okay. So I took that, and then I'll do another. I'll do another one, and I'll gain another one of those, and then I'll do a speed one, and gain one of those guys,
Okay.
and then I'll do 2 traders
And gain a couple
and
monies.
gain a couple monies.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Now, what are you gonna do with those resources? 2 coins to shop with, so both of those cards that are looking at you right now are potential purchases for you. Dink, dink, a dink. Let's see if I fix that camera now.
When this says you may spend up to 2, what does that mean?
That is referring to these cubes.
Do you have to spend these?
Yeah. You could spend them. They'd go into the common supply when you do that, I believe. I'll look that up in the rule book. But, yeah, you'd be basically using victory points to shop, like, pay for things.
Okay. I think I'll buy this one then. Wait. Hold on.
Holding. Take me to this scene, and there we go. Now,
Oh, check.
that camera should be working.
Simon.
They probably
Yeah.
can't.
Yeah, I'll buy this.
Okay.
So go back one,
Yep.
and then I put this
In my discard pile. Yeah.
So that's over here.
Yep. Exactly.
And then and then I can travel.
You could spend a speed to move one space.
I don't have to though.
You don't have to.
I could just accumulate speed.
No, because at the end of your turn, all your resources go away. You go back
that
to 0.
sucks. All right, well, fuck, I'm gonna run. So I sped.
Run directly in front of the monster.
Yeah, I sped. Oh shit, that means I'm gonna just lose a coin then, huh?
No. Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's lame.
I mean, it'll. That's the way that this game works. The way that a lot of deck builders work is the resources that you get from your turn, use them or lose them.
Okay.
There's
Well-
no carrying over.
Well, let's
Other turns.
let's. Wait. I can do anything I want whenever I want, basically.
Yeah, throughout the turn. Yeah.
Okay, so let's hit the monster.
All right. That will cost you all your power.
All my power.
You'll take 2 crystals or cubes. There you go. Now we will resolve the stuff on that reference card. You did not hit the knockback threshold, which means you are going to get
wounded.
wounds. You're going to get both a bleeding wound and a light wound. These go into your discard pile.
Okay.
And then you also have to discard the top card of your deck.
Okay. Discard.
And you did not create rubble because you didn't hit it for 3 or more, but you did hit it for the crowd retreat threshold. So if you want to, you can shuffle that card that you're looking at in the outer city back into the deck, and then replace both it and the inner city card slot.
Yeah, let's do that. So just put it back in, and then just mix them up.
Yeah, just mix them up a little bit.
Okay. Oops.
Whoop. Okay, that one goes to the inner city, or not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure. That could be the first one you drew.
Okay. So that's the inner city.
Inner city card,
and then
and then an outer city
outer
card.
city card. Okay. Well, I still can't do anything with those.
And then you provoke the monster, which rotates it so that its head is facing you, which it's already doing. So that's the results of your attack.
Okay.
So, I think that's everything you can do with this turn.
Cool.
So discard all the cards you played. Reset your coin to 0.
Lame. Just wasted money.
And you already refilled. I think that's it.
Cool.
Very nice. All right. My turn. I have got a trader. Let me come over to my seat. So that's going to give me a coin. I have a soldier, which is going to give me a power. I have a peasant, which I'm going to play sideways to give me a speed.
Freaking peasants.
And then I need to look at my options here. Yeah, okay. I'm going to play both of these nomads for coin. I'm going to then spend that 3 coin to buy myself something pretty. That's the wrong place. I'll get there eventually.
You're close.
Oh boy.
Farther away.
Cold. Warmer.
Oh my god.
Warmer.
Okay. I figured it out now.
Hot.
I know where everything is.
We've done it.
Scorching hot.
That's the card I'm gonna buy with those 3 coins. The ghostly gallant. Sweet. Okay. That's going to my discard pile. Thank you, Danica. I have a speed. I have a power. I don't have enough power to do anything useful. And I think, yeah, I'll use my speed to move over here
Yeah.
just because I can.
Yeah.
And then I discard everything and replace this. Oh, did you draw a new hand, Paul?
No, was I
Draw.
supposed to?
Yeah, draw 5 cards. Sorry, I forgot about that part.
I don't think I have 5 cards.
If you don't have 5 cards, shuffle your discard pile
Oh, cool.
to
Already?
reform your new deck. Not
That's-
with the 4 that are there. Draw those 4 first
Dang it.
to your
This is
hand,
so confusing.
and then shuffle the discard
These are
pile.
drawn. I'm learning, guys.
Yeah.
I'm learning.
We'll make you a deck builder.
There are people that are like deck builder people who are like, what is he doing?
It was me. You're describing me.
And then I'm gonna burn
Sorry,
all my
Vic.
leftover resources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm done.
If we were playing Clank Legacy right now, or Clank Catacombs, I'd lose my mind.
He would take me out back and just beat me.
If Simon weren't on my lap right now. Alright. I think I will. I've got 1 soldier and 4 traders.
Wow.
So I'll take that brown 4 card.
Okay. So that goes into your discard.
Yeah. And then I've got 1, or that was my money.
That was
I
your
spent.
all your money. You've got 1 power.
Just punch
There's
it
nothing-
in its butt, but it won't do anything to it.
You can't punch it from where you're at anyway.
Oh, you can't punch from the direct back? Oh.
No, you have
That's
to move.
me.
You have to move to one of these
Oh,
guys.
yeah.
You're there.
I'm there. Oh, yeah. And I can't move because I don't have any speed. So, that's all I can do.
Cool. Discard everything. This gets refilled. Draw 5 cards.
Okay. If you say so.
Ooh, that is a expensive card. I didn't know they got up to 6. I didn't remember that. Hey, chat. How you doing, everybody? Thanks for being here. If you're new here, you may have noticed over on the left-hand side of your screen, there is a meter. At the top of it, it says buff. At the bottom of it, it says nerf. And in the middle are a pair of beer mugs. Neil, the tavern bot, right now, is going to spam the chat with information on how you guys can move those beer mugs up or down that meter using your Meeple monies, which are our Twitch channel points, your bits, your Stream Elements donations, your resubscribe messages, however you want to do it. And anytime you do anything to support this channel in any way, Neil is going to pour a little bit of beer into the big beer mug that's underneath that meter. And when it is completely full with beer, we are going to roll our custom 3D printed Buff and Nerf dice for a house rule that will help or hinder one or all of us. Paul, would you mind rolling those dice just to give them an example of what they can do to us? Or for us? Just as an example, this could happen to me. The next card I purchase would cost one more coin.
Oh,
That's a pretty brutal nerf. But that was just an example. It's not actually happening yet. You guys have to do stuff to that meter in order to make that stuff happen. All right, Paul, it's your turn.
Okay. Okay.
I'm also going to start a prediction on who you guys think is going to win. Not prediction. Oh, keyboard, come on. Brand new keyboard that is supposed to be better. But I think the batteries are dead. Ooh, weird. Oh boy. Too many options. Is it gonna be... Please, keyboard. Paul.
What do you do?
Nothing.
Oh,
Keep
You
playing.
know what you did.
I'm sorry.
Me. Or... Wow. Eric. I'm gonna give you guys a good, 20 minutes on that prediction. Plenty of time to weigh in. This is gonna be a pretty lengthy game, I think.
So does the monster ever just attack?
No, it only
Okay.
retaliates. That'd be
So-
cool if it did. If it just, these cards can no longer be bought.
Yeah, if it destroys or does
Yeah.
damage. So there's just a Hydra hanging out in a town, and we're
Yeah.
just stabbing it and causing
Yeah.
massive collateral damage.
Yeah.
You know, adventuring.
Yeah.
Okay, so I just want to get a little closer.
Okay, so I'll do this, and I'll choose gaining a coin,
Uh-huh.
and then I'll do that, and I'll choose gaining another coin, and then when I do this just does nothing, right?
Bleeding wound, you can't do anything but play it vertically, and the stitch up, when played, remove the card from your deck, so it just immediately goes back to the supply.
By bleeding wound.
That's nice, because in Legendary, your wounds stay unless you don't play any cards, which is really
That's
annoying.
brutal.
Jeez,
Yeah.
that sucks. And then
Or
I'm
don't
gonna
buy anything or something.
and then I'm gonna
Right.
fight. So we'll go 2 there.
Okay.
So I'm gonna buy this card, and I'll put it in my discard pile.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm gonna attack the monster again, because fuck you, monster.
2 more damage to the monster,
And I
which is
can-
another bleeding wound and light wound to you. And discard the top card of your deck. And then crowd retreat, you can if you want to shuffle that card that's
I don't care this time.
There.
So just
move it to the middle, reveal a new one because your turn's over.
your turn's over.
Got him.
My turn is about to start, actually.
It's only just begun.
But go ahead and discard all the cards you've played
Okay.
and draw another hand of 5.
I'm gonna have so many wound cards.
Yeah. But you're the only one with points right now, so.
Yeah, that's just right now.
Well, other than the cards that we've purchased, I guess. Which, fuck if I'm keeping track of how
it's
many
hard to
points
like.
people
That's
are
the thing. It's
buying.
really because they're all just like wrapped up in the deck.
And they're
so-
also, the text on these cards is very small.
Yeah, it's really really hard to read things.
Oh, you know what? There are some cards out that merit further explanation. Let me take a look at. I think that's. This one. That culinary. Actually, both of these. This one has a second ability down at the bottom that has some iconography next underneath it. That right there is a district trigger effect, meaning you only get to resolve this different colored block of text if you play a card from one of those 2 districts in the same turn. So that's where the synergies come into play. Does that make sense, Paul?
No, can you say it again?
So this, if you were to buy this card and then play it on your turn, you'd get to do the top part, the gain 1 gold and then the resourceful effect. But this rush effect has an extra condition. In order to resolve the rush effect, you have to also play either a card from the Undercity or a card from the Royal Courts in the same turn.
Oh, so it has to have one of those symbols.
Yes, exactly. Another card you play the same turn has to have one of those symbols in order to resolve
Otherwise,
that
are you
text.
just holding it?
No, otherwise you just play it and get just the top part. You don't get to do the extra.
Oh,
effect
the
at
extra's a
bottom.
good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the good thing?
Rush. When you buy your next card this turn, place it on top of your deck instead of your discard pile.
It's pretty good.
Okay. What does this mean?
Light wound, injury. This card cannot be discarded from abilities that would make it. So just like other wounds, you can't just discard this card
Right.
to pay for some other cost. And then the heal thing, when you play this card on your turn, then this card comes out of your deck, but you also then have the option to remove one of the starter cards that you have from either your hand or your discard pile. So a soldier, a nomad, a trader, or a peasant. So these cards are actually kind of useful because they let you get rid of less useful cards so that the stuff that you're buying shows up more often.
Oh. So I can just get rid of whatever card I want?
You have the option. You don't have to, but you have the option of getting rid of one of those starter cards.
Except the peasant card.
Oh, does it say not the peasant?
Well, it doesn't say peasant.
It says, when played, remove this from your deck. When you do, you may remove a starter card that you played this turn or from your discard pile. If you remove a trader, you also get a gold. If you remove a soldier, you gain a power. And if you remove a nomad, you gain one or
Yeah,
the
you just
other.
get nothing from this peasant.
You wouldn't
but
get anything
can-
from removing the peasant, but you could remove the peasant.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Okay, cool. I think I understand. Sorry.
All good. Okay, there's another effect here I wanted to talk about on this guy. Similar thing, this text down at the bottom that's a different color, the gain 1 gold. In order to gain that 1 gold, you have to also play another card that turn that is worth at least 3. That costs at least 3. That's what that is. It's a cost trigger. And there's another one on the board to talk about in the Royal Courts here, which is this trigger effect right here, which is a discard trigger effect. In order to get this thing, so this is in this case, this is a modal where I choose one of these 2 effects to resolve, one of these 2 bullet points, or whoever buys it. Who says I'm going to have the money to buy a 5-coin card?
Yeah, it's
But
hard to get money.
if you play this card, you get to choose one of those 2 effects and do it. If you want to, you can also do the other thing, but you have to discard a card of one of these 2 districts and not resolve it. Discard a card from your hand. That's what that little card being discarded on top of that icon means. Those are all of them. That's all of the special triggering effects. Okay. My turn. Let's see what I got here. I've got a bunch of bullshit. I have 3 traders and 2 soldiers. So that's 3 coin and 2 power for me. And with that 3 coin, I can't do shit, but I'm gonna punch the monster for 2. I gain 2 cubes. I'm punching it in its butt, so thick flesh. I would have to spend a speed in order to ignore the armor. I'm gonna lose 1 cube back to the common supply. I do gain a light wound, and I guess it hits me with its tail or something. I don't know, or maybe its flesh is so thick I just like hurt my hand. I
Yeah.
bruise my knuckles when I punch it.
You pull a muscle getting your knife out.
Crowd retreat. I am going to use to get rid of these very expensive cards and see if I can get something I can afford instead. Maybe.
You have a better chance.
Sorry, Simon, I keep dropping crumbs on you.
The unfortunate thing is that now the monster's going to turn and face me, so if I buy the outer district, or the outer city card, I'm going to create rubble. But, let's see.
3
Ooh.
and 1.
Okay, I can afford either of those. And then the monster's going to turn and look at me. Be like, hey, why'd you punch my butt? Let's see. Inflorescent Errant. Tithe. Choose an opponent to discard an ally card. If they discard a trigger, gain it. Okay.
Nice, Simon.
While resolving your next attack, back. Opponent. Okay. And then this one is. Ooh. Ooh. I'm going to spend a coin on that, which is going to create some rubble. And I can't do anything with the other monies, so it all goes away. These all get discarded. I'm then gonna have to shuffle and redraw, but first I will replace this and we can move on to Eric's turn. Take it away, Eric.
Cool. So, playing a peasant sideways gets me
A speed.
That's what I was hoping.
Playing anything sideways gets you a speed.
That's what I was hoping for. Playing a peasant sideways to gain 1 speed. I will then use that 1 speed to walk over here near his, I believe that's his Void Mod. Then I will play
Are you? Yeah,
That's his
two,
voice.
That's his
so-
Void Mod.
2 soldiers and 2 nomads as power to do 4 damage straight to him.
Whoo!
Skipping all the other
Yeah, so
stuff.
no bad stuff happens to you. You get
Yeah.
4 points.
Then I still create Rebel.
Yes, you do.
Rebel.
Rubble.
Rabble.
Right here in Riverside.
Then I can shuffle those. You know what? Heck it, all to darn. Why not? So we just put these at the bottom, or
Right,
shuffle.
Shuffle them in.
Okay. And then while we're
It
doing
would
that,
be
yeah,
more expeditious if it were. They just go to the bottom.
And then he rotates.
So what do you have to do? You have to hit something to get.
You have to spend
clear-
speed.
Yeah, so when you're in a district with rubble, in order to buy cards there, you have to spend a speed as well,
Okay.
and you can't hit the monster from a city, a district
From a
with
rubble
rubble.
spot.
Yeah,
Got it.
unless you've got a card effect that says otherwise. There are some cards that say you can ignore
Higher
rubble when
hand,
attacking a monster.
When you buy this from the inner city, this turn it costs 4 more, gain 2, or
When you buy your next inner
Oh.
city card this turn.
yeah. And got this one, which is 1 for resourceful. Get the top card. When you buy the next, oh yeah. So I guess hired hand is just a status that's common on cards of this district.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's a lot of different keywords that'll show up throughout the course of the game, but they're like there aren't any that are unique to
Yeah.
one card, I don't think.
That's fair. All right, that's all I got.
Cool.
Spent my speed to move. I'm all good.
All right. Shuffle and redraw. Paul, it's your turn.
Okay. So I'll do the light wound, and
That'll go away, and you can trash a card.
I can trash just one in my hand or any one.
I think you could do. What does it say? It might let you do discard because I usually let you start a card from this turn so either your hand or the discard.
Yeah.
Or the discard.
Yeah. So
Yep. And if it is Trader, Soldier,
It
Nomad.
can't be that though.
No, that's
No.
not one of your starter cards. It'll say starter on it.
Oh.
And then, like,
Oh,
the-
do they say starter?
Yes.
They do.
Starter.
Yeah. Trader, Nomad, Soldier, or Peasant?
What
Farmer?
would, like,
Whatever it's
like I know that this is probably like counterintuitive, but what is there anything that you guys would get rid of?
I mean,
Because like the starter cards are good, aren't they?
yeah, they are
they're-
good,
they're
but they're
not
not
bad,
as they're
but
not
they're
as
not
good
as-
as any of the thing you
Exactly.
can buy.
Exactly.
So having them.
So as you buy cards, you want those cards to show up.
And the
more
thinner
often.
you're, the thing that's interesting about deck builders is the less cards you have, the better, because then you're seeing your cards more
You're seeing
often.
the good cards more often.
Oh, okay.
So if you can get rid of cards
It's-
that aren't as good as other cards,
If you,
it doesn't hurt
Yeah.
you.
but
see.
it's it's
So yeah, honestly, every time I get a light wound, I'm gonna get rid of something.
Okay.
I'll probably burn my peasant first, just to be rid of it,
Right, that would make sense.
because it's the least useful card in the deck.
I say peasant and then soldier trader.
But if I get rid of this now, then I can't
Then you
use
can't use it this turn. So yeah, maybe
Well-
it's better for you because you're hitting the monster a lot. You're gonna
Does
keep
it say-
getting wounds. Maybe it's better for you to hold on to the peasant.
No,
so you
it
can
says
use
it
this
says
turn.
you may when you do you may remove a starter card that you played this turn. So if
Oh,
you just,
so you could play the peasant first.
yeah, if you play the peasant first,
There you
which
go.
will
That's what I would do. Yeah.
it. So then I'll
You
do
get
that.
you get the speed.
Speed, not gold.
Speed.
Yeah.
Speed.
Now you can get rid of it when.
And then you're removing both of these.
Right. And then have this one that put the top card of your deck into the discard pile. That's this, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's a trade. So I get 2 speed. 2 speed.
Wow. Look at all that speed.
A lot of moving around.
And then you also have that blade slash ability too.
So I can make one of you guys get a slow token?
Yeah. Which means
Okay.
the next time we gain a speed, we don't.
Oh man. That sucks for you, Kyle.
I had a feeling that was going to
It
happen.
sucks for you, the obvious choice.
The obvious choice always
Okay,
for
so
every
that's
bad thing to ever
great.
happen
Sorry,
in a game.
It's because you're hosting. And you're getting all these lovely things for us.
Let's be honest, it's because he knows I can't take it. That if he did it to me, I would lose my mind.
Exactly. I would get beaten in the back.
I would quit the show. Fully.
Okay, so then I'll gain
Paul, I hear there's a vacancy opening
coin. Oh,
There's
sweet.
There's now no Erics on the show.
Yes. I got them. I got
Paul
the
played a
vacancy.
card against Eric, and now he's
Okay.
he started
so
his
then
own
I'll
channel.
gain another.
Here, you guys can have some more nuggets.
Oh, thank you. But now I can't. Simon left, so I can't spill crumbs all over him.
I got a Crowley next to me. Tiny boy.
Oh, cool. So in order to get this card, what do I like? I would
You have to be
Yeah, you'd have
here.
to be in the same space that.
And you
Eric
actually
is.
have enough speed now
Yeah.
that you could move to, and then you would have the one left over to you would need to
to
buy.
shop through the rubble. Yeah.
to buy it. Okay.
Yeah. So
Cool. Let's do that. So we'll go
1, 2 speed,
and then we'll do
one coin and one speed
coin
to
and
buy
one
it.
speed to buy this.
Yep.
And then I'll put that there, and then do that.
Done with everything else? Yeah.
I don't think I can
Yeah.
do anything else.
Yeah. Cool. So you
So these go
replenish
to my
that.
discards.
Those go to your discard, and then you draw up a new hand.
I think we saw this
Draw first.
card already.
Draw first, then shuffle.
Eric, calm down. I did it.
I won't.
Okay, it's my turn.
I bought spray paint and minis, and I'm losing my mind. They're just sitting in my car. I bought my first bottle of Dunkin' Roads 2 thin coats. Just one color.
Let's
Fine.
see here. Okay,
Although the lady I was purchasing from said that they make her favorite white, so now I'm gonna have to get the white because I don't have a good white.
Collection Steward,
Gotta get the
influence.
good
I may reveal an ally card from my hand and put it on the bottom of my deck if I do draw a card. I'm going to reveal this soldier, put it on the bottom of my deck, and then draw a card. Muster. When buying my next card that costs 2 or more, if I spend from 2 or more non-basic cards, I gain 2 power. I don't think I have 2 or more non-basic cards in my hand, so that's not happening. But
Yeah, I mean it's your third turn. The chances that you
Yeah.
have 2
Right.
is low.
I'm gonna gain a coin from that trader. I'm gonna gain 2 more coins from my nomads. And then I'm going to play this in light wound and heal by removing this trader, which is not my favorite card to be removing, but I don't have a discard pile yet, so that's that. Okay. Oh, and since I removed a trader, I get another coin. Now, from whence I am, I have 4 monies. Oh, damn, I should have played a card sideways to get a speed so I could fucking move. But I think it's too late to say that I did that. Okay. So... Damn, I really wish I'd have done that. What's this guy do? Vitalize. Okay. Let me zoom in so that the viewers can see what I'm looking at. Tithe. Choose an opponent to discard. If they discard a trader, gain a coin. If they discard a soldier, gain a power. While resolving your next attack, if you knock back the monster... What's that say? This text is so small.
Don't ask them. They can't read it.
Yeah. If you knocked back the monster, choose an opponent. That player puts a bleeding wound in their discard pile. If you didn't, the next wound you gain is placed in your hand instead of your discard pile. Interesting. I don't know if I love that.
You sound like you liked it. That's why.
The idea of placing a wound straight to your hand is good because then you can immediately play it and get rid of it.
Right. But I don't know if I
That's true.
wanna immediately. Like, maybe I'd rather it not show up for a while. I don't know.
Why? Because it doesn't do.
I guess at least that. Whoa! Stuff falling over on top of the dog. He probably just shifted and kicked it, and
it just towered over.
yeah. Damn it! I want to go buy this card,
Go, Kyle.
which I could do if I had played this sideways.
I mean, I'm fine with you.
With me retconning what I did.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna call that a speed instead.
Yeah.
I'm gonna spend that speed. I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna then spend
Until you're like revealing
3.
new cards, I don't care.
I'm gonna spend 3 money and
Yeah.
a cube as the 4th money from my Nomad's ability, Renown. Oh, not this one. The other one. Once per turn, you may spend a blue cube as though it was 1 gold whenever you buy a card that costs 4 or more. So I'm buying this card. Great. Cool. And that is my toin. Let's reveal a new card here. And there we go.
Alright. I think we're gonna do something silly on our turn.
Oh boy! Should we do that now?
Uh-oh.
Since your turn hasn't really started
Why
yet?
not?
Why not?
We got
Roll them! It's a buff. For Eric!
Hey,
Yeah.
It's a big buff, too.
Big
That's
buff.
all the way at the top. The first card purchased on Eric's next 1 turns costs... That should be 2
One
turns.
less coin.
Costs 1 less coin.
Nice.
That should
good.
be 2 turns.
That's a really good.
Your next 2 turns, the first card you buy costs 1 less money.
Are we
Okay.
ever going to use this?
Not anymore. Unless there's a card effect I don't know about.
That's too bad.
We used it to determine which direction that thing started facing.
So
It's a
one less
very important.
coin.
Yeah.
Okay, well, and sadly, I don't know that. Let me double check. Well, let's. If I did. Okay, let's look at this card that Kyle says is bad.
I didn't say it was
Kyle
bad.
says it's the worst card in the game.
I didn't say it was bad. I said I didn't
Poorly
really
designed,
want
Kyle's words.
Worst card in the galaxy.
But I could also, well, I need, so I would need for that, to make that happen, now that this is a thing. Yeah, so I'm still gonna do similar things. Peasant and 2 soldiers, sideways for speed.
it. Oh shit! Too late now. I'm just gonna keep my slow token. I shouldn't have been able to do what I did
Oh,
that
yeah.
turn because I had a slow. I'll just keep it
Yeah, next time. Alright, so
since I fucked up.
Same.
I got 3 speed now. I'm gonna go 1, 2, and then I'm gonna play a nomad and a trader for 2 coins, and then I'm gonna buy this for 2 coins instead of 3,
What? That's some shit right there.
using all of my resources in doing so, and that's my turn.
All right. This gets replenished. This gets replenished, and draw a new hand, and it is Paul's turn. Paul's looking at what's available to buy right there. So many cards to deal with.
There's a lot of things to read. Luckily,
Get good.
I know how to read.
Must be nice!
Okay. So, huh.
God, that's a good card. I'm glad I bought that card. I'm really happy I bought that card.
Is this a very good card? I can't tell.
Is that the top
Gain
one?
1 coin, resourceful, reveal the top card of your deck and draw it. Discard a card unless you revealed a wound
It's-
card. I think that's decent.
It's decent.
I love card draw.
Yeah, well, it doesn't draw you a card. It puts a card into your discard.
No, reveal the top card of your deck and draw it. And then discard any card.
Okay,
Unless
that's-
it was a wound card.
That's a good card then. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's a good card. I thought it was drawn.
And also, you've already got Undercity cards, which will help with the synergy on Rush, where the next card you buy, you get it like next turn instead of having to wait for it to get shuffled in.
Oh, that's just when I play that card?
That's
though.
if you play that card in the same round
As
as
one of the
an
other
Undercity or a Royal Courts card.
Okay.
But yeah.
So then
I think
I'll
that's a
do-
solid card, especially for you.
So I'll gain 2 of those, and then I'll do a speed so that I can buy this. Discard 2 coins, 1 speed.
Mm-hmm.
And then that just goes away, and then I guess I could move. I don't know if it matters.
Could do. It might be cheaper to. It'll be easier to buy cards if you're not standing in a rebel space,
Yeah, that's true.
and you can't attack from that
So-
space.
Whoop, and then I'll whoop, and then I'll whoop,
All right.
and that's my turn.
Cool.
And then this goes away.
Yes.
Yeah, stitch up.
Getting rid of my wounds.
Cool. It's
It's wild to think that-
finished.
You know, thousands of years ago, someone was like, "Hey, you know, when you get a big cut, what if we just sew that like clothes?" And then it worked.
Right.
They still do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the fact that they
Just
came
repair-
up with that idea.
Yeah. Repair my
Forever
leg
ago,
like
and
you
it
would pair
worked.
pants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so my turn. I'm gonna burn this trader for a speed that I don't get. I'm gonna burn this trader for a speed I do get.
Ooh.
I'm gonna gain a power and a protection token from that ghostly gallant. And then I'm gonna choose an opponent. Oh wait, hold on. I need to do this in a different order. That's okay. I'm about to do that. First, I'm gonna play
Don't
these.
take backsies.
I'm gonna play these
Change
two
my mind.
soldiers to gain 2 more power. But possess. Choose an opponent. I'm gonna choose Paul. I can spend a speed, and if I do, I can move his piece 1 space in any direction and attack from that space without moving there. The next time I attack the monster this turn. Oh, okay. So I could have.
I don't get your wound, do I?
No.
No.
Because
Gain
that
1
would not-
before
No, it's just
resolving
basically
damage if
it
you
attacks
that
from
player's
the spot you were supposed to be in.
So I'm gonna move Paul over here. I'm gonna hit the monster.
I actually appreciate that. I wanted to go over there.
I'm gonna hit the monster from that space
Fuck yeah,
for
you are.
4 power, which means knockback. I ignore negative effects. I gain 4 cubes.
Oh damn it! I'm standing in rubble again, aren't I?
You are gonna be standing in rubble again,
Damn it, Kyle.
and I am gonna move this one over here.
I like specifically moved so that
I know.
wouldn't be standing in
I
rubble.
know.
And then you put me in rubble again.
I can crowd retreat the cards that are in front of you, but those are expensive, so I'm gonna leave them, and then I'm gonna turn that to face you.
Lame. Totally lame.
That was fun. I liked that turn.
I did not. I'm not a fan of that turn.
And I have a protection token now.
What does the protection token do again?
Next time somebody chooses me to like give me a slow token or something, I can say nope.
That would do something like that.
Yeah.
But wait, so if you have a protection token and then I have a slow token to dig out and then I'm like, oh hey, like Kyle, you take it, then it's like I know that you're safe.
Yeah,
Instead of like giving it to Eric.
right.
Where I would just be like a dick giving it to Eric.
Which I would do in your position, since giving it to me would just mean it doesn't happen.
You know what I don't understand about this game, you guys?
Why aren't we working together?
There's
to
a
defeat the
monster in our
Hydra?
city. Why are we bitching with each
Well,
I-
it's
you
not
know,
doing
like-
anything unless we attack it.
Yeah, that's,
yeah, it's a friendly monster that we're all bartering and hurting each other so that we can kill this friendly creature.
you know, I don't
Like,
ask too many questions.
I'm just saying, Mr. Walt, what was his name again?
Wilson.
Wilson, Mr. Wilson. I'm just saying, this monster seems pretty nice and we seem like assholes.
Wow, that's a hand of a bunch of bullshit. I mean, I have the best hand ever.
You're gonna just show us a little bit
I
anyway.
really need to work on my poker face.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a soldier and a trader for 2
Speed.
Then I'm gonna spend those 2 speed to move because, or do I want this card? That's the question. Actually, I maybe want this card. So maybe, yeah, I'm gonna stay where I am. I'm gonna use it 2 speed, and then what we're going to do is we're going to play Karen Corsair, which is an opportunist. We gain 2 monies for them, and then you may choose an opponent, Paul, and spend 1 speed. If you do so, you may count as being in that player's space without moving, and buying your next card. If you do so, it costs 2 less.
Oh, that's fucked.
Yeah.
What am I doing?
He's shopping from your space.
Yeah, unfortunately,
At a discount.
I still have to spend
The speed because of the rubble.
Because of the rubble, and then for 2, I'm gonna buy this.
Damn it.
Then
That's some shit right there.
and do I want to?
So you spent your money,
Yeah,
but you still have more cards in your
I still
hand.
have 2. Yeah, and I'm gonna spend these 2 as speeds, which I'm gonna use to just get out of this rubble.
Wow. Wow.
I wanted to combo that into more cards, but unfortunately you put rubble there.
Yeah, I did.
And you didn't move here where I thought you were going to.
Yeah. Sorry.
That's my turn.
Paul's turn. What's it gonna be?
So can you describe what this does?
So you choose one of the two options. You can either gain
Oh, I
a
choose
power.
one or two.
Yeah, you can either gain a power and give somebody a slow token, or you can gain a coin and make somebody discard their whole deck to buy your next card for your next card that's worth 2 or less from their discard pile,
Okay.
which is kind of rad.
Okay.
And
cool.
if you do, you steal victory points from them.
Okay. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna do that and that to gain 2. And then I'll do this. And I guess I'll pick Eric.
What? Fuck this. No.
So Eric has to discard
Choose
his
some-
deck.
Like,
He's choosing Revolt.
revolt.
So you gain a coin.
Gain another coin.
Let's see. Choose an opponent that puts their deck into their discard. Fine.
And then he can buy a card that's worth 2 or less from your discard pile.
Literally nothing.
He doesn't have any. That's too bad.
He doesn't have any?
He doesn't have any that's worth 2 or less.
I don't have anything that's worth 2 or less.
But
I
you
only
got a
bu-
coin and made him discard his whole deck.
That's so lame.
Which
Okay.
is just, I'm just gonna
So
Yeah.
draw. Anyways.
I mean, if you'd have chosen
Okay,
me
so I'm
with
gonna
that,
do
I would have
this.
spent my protection token on it.
I'm
So
gonna do this, and then I'm gonna reveal this.
It's a free coin.
It's a trader that's 2 speed,
It's good to know not to buy any 2 costs.
slow token,
What? I don't wanna.
ooh,
and
those
then
Undercity cards are all fuck other people over cards.
and then so this one. Sorry.
Resourceful. Reveal the top card of your deck,
Okay.
so show it to everybody,
Basically.
and draw it so it goes in your hand.
Okay.
You would have to discard a card if you hadn't just revealed a wound card.
Okay.
Now, hired hand. When you buy your next card this turn, if it costs 4 or more, you gain 2 power. If it costs 2 or 3, you gain 1 power. And because you already played something from the Undercity, you're going to gain a coin.
So gain a coin. Just this goes away, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And then you have that heal option.
And you can discard something. Or
Yeah,
get rid.
remove a starter card from your discard or active play area.
Okay. So I guess let's discard this.
Yep.
And then
Which will give you another
gain
coin.
another coin.
So these go away.
And then okay, so
The next card you buy, if it's worth 2 or more, you're going to gain some power from the process.
okay. So
And you have 2 speed to work with right now, too. So there's a lot of shopping options for you. You could buy any of 6 cards right now. Possibly multiples.
yeah, and that's why I'm like trying to
Yeah, you've got a lot of shopping to do here. A lot of cards to look at. Oh yeah, it's the bullshit hand I drew.
that's why I chose Eric.
Because I had a bullshit hand?
Yeah.
Or
But
because
although I probably should have chose you like at that point.
well, I had a protection
Ooh,
token,
TK.
so...
That token. Me too.
That's okay. That just means my next hand's gonna be great. All my good cards are in that pile right there.
Hmm. Okay, I think I'm gonna get this one. So that's 5, and then I have to spend a speed.
Okay.
Um,
Which gets you... Why was it 5?
well, it was 5, so I went down to 1.
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Right? Because that's 4.
Right. That's 4. That's
so
math.
then, and then did 1, and then so I spent that. So what does that mean for this
You
again?
gain 2 power, I think is what it said.
Gain 2 power.
Which I
But-
don't think you're going to be able to do anything with
Yeah,
because you're
'cause I
in
can't
rubble.
attack. See, this is why you don't put me in rubble.
I didn't put you
I
in
could have
rubble.
helped. I could have attacked
I
the
didn't
monster.
do it. He did it.
I could have helped.
Yeah.
He did it.
No,
I
I
didn't
put
do
you in rubble.
I'm just letting you know.
I already knew.
Okay. I think that's everything.
Cool. Discard everything. We move this down. We draw another one.
So bad.
And draw a new hand. Oh yeah, and those all go back to 0.
Wasted things.
Alright, I lose my protection token.
Oh, it goes away at the start of your turn?
If you hold 1 or more protection tokens from the end of a turn to the start of a turn and don't have to spend any of them, you have to discard 1.
That's fine.
It's a good balancing mechanic.
Yeah, and so you're not constantly stacking
Just
them. Or,
just like I'm safe all the time.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Okay, my turn. I have some bullshit. I'm gonna get a speed. I'm gonna get. Let's see. Yeah. 2 monies. And 2 power. I'm gonna spend my speed to move next to Eric. Let's see. I don't have enough money for that. I'm gonna spend my 2 monies on this card here, I think. Hold on, let me look at it. When you buy your next Outer City card this turn, if it costs 4 or more, draw a card. 2 or 3, reveal the top card of your deck and draw it. Discard a card unless you reveal a basic card. And enhance, gain and optimize stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna keep
That
that.
guy was hiding behind the monster. I was like, where did Eric go?
You'll never know.
Okay, so I bought that card, and then I have 2 power. I'm gonna hit it in its thick, fleshy ass
For 2?
for 2. That's gonna get me 2 coins, but one of them has to go to the common supply because of armor, and I gain a.
This
what,
dude's creating
wound?
rebel for
No, I'm not.
1.
I didn't. I
Oh yeah, because
I have to deal
No,
3.
he's leaving a rubble on me
Yeah.
again.
No, that's actually okay. This change. I was like, now I got to figure out how I'm going to move to buy things, and still probably will take the same turn. But now
I'm gonna do that, and then
That'll be easier.
this turns to face us, and everything gets discarded. My turn is Ofa.
some of these cards. This new card, ingenious. Reveal the top card of your deck and draw it. Discard a card unless you reveal a basic card. And then choose an opponent to discard an ally card at random. If they discard a basic card with a cost of 2 or less, gain an impair token.
That's a much better hand.
Okay, here's we doing this. All right, yeah, we're doing it. Oh, okay.
That's my hand. Don't look at me.
I'm gonna
Don't look
spend
at me.
this trader, this soldier, and this nomad for speed, which will only get me 2 because I'm slowed, but that's fine. Then we will move our 2 to right here. We will nomad for 1. Carrion closures here for 2. Don't have the speed to do the other thing, but that's fine. We're just going to spend our 3 on this card because it looks really good. It's got Overcome and Bounty.
All right,
That's my turn.
Paul, you're up. Bum, ba, bum.
This card.
Paul's just like, that card looks good. I'm gonna take it. Ow.
It's interesting because some of this stuff, like I can see other deck builders in this, but it does feel different. But
Yeah.
and the fact that the monster is not attacking us, unlike because it reminds me a lot of Legendary, although but it's very different from Legendary. But that you're constantly like, fuck, somebody's got to take out these fucking guys off this rooftop, otherwise Baron Zemo's gonna reset the universe.
So it says reveal the top card of your deck and draw it unless it's a reveal card.
So unless it's a reveal card.
Unless it's a wound card.
Yeah.
I messed up my words.
Oh no! So you reveal the card, draw the card, and then if the card you revealed is not a wound card, you have to discard something as well.
So then I'll discard that.
Yeah.
And then okay, and then this one says reveal the top card of my deck again and draw it.
If it's not a wound card, discard 1.
It's not, so discard that. And then I want to buy this card for 3.
Okay.
Do you have the speed for it?
Oh yeah, you're in rubble.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
There we go. I wanted to get out of the rubble.
I know
that's what I was trying to do. And
I know
couldn't.
it's co-op, but it's not that co-op.
It's not though.
It's not co-op like at all.
No, I mean like thematically, sure.
No, thematically we're just a bunch of freaking selfish assholes.
Yeah,
in this game,
we're
is
a
what
bunch
it
of
is.
like we're all out for our
okay,
own glory.
Finally, I get
When
to
you-
pretend to be a selfish
When you
asshole.
buy your next card this turn, if it costs that, then I get 1, which does nothing. Because you guys have left me in.
You could move.
I did nothing.
I've tried to move, Kyle.
I did not
could
leave
spend
you in
cards
rubble.
as speed.
I did not leave you in rubble. I just took over your body to buy something in the rubble.
I left you in rubble.
I
I took over your body to
it's-
go hit the monster.
It's not
and
my
left you in
decision.
rubble.
I'm just stuck. It's not. It's, these cards just keep coming up, and I'm like, well, that looks nice. I have so many Underworld cards.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad that I've got cards that give me protection, because all the Undercity cards are fuck that person in particular.
They're so fun.
Let's see. Damn. All right. I'm gonna.
So when they have the dots, that means either or, right?
Yes.
If it says modal at the top of that section.
If it's got a paragraph and then like
Bullet points.
bullet points.
Either or.
Yes, because you modal one, you choose one
modal
of
at the
those.
top.
There. Oh, okay. I thought you meant in a little
Yeah.
square. I see it now.
Okay. I'm gonna gain.
Because this one, it doesn't say modal one, so it does both of those things.
Oh, I see. I see.
One.
Okay.
I'm gonna gain 1. I'm gonna gain another power. I'm gonna play Voltaic Virtuoso. I'm gonna use that for 2 power and a directed charge at Eric. Choose an opponent to reveal their hand and discard an ally card of my choice.
Please don't.
If they discard a basic card or a card with a cost of 2 or less, they gain an impair token and I draw a card. So show me your cards.
I got some basics.
Yeah, I'm gonna make you discard the Nomad.
Okay. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, I know. It's the best way to fuck you over and get something from it.
And what do I get?
You get an impair token and I draw a card. Let's see.
Okay, so I'll essentially start next turn with 4 cards, and then the turn after that I'll also have 4
This
cards.
right now
Yeah.
you lower that to 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the next time you draw cards, you'll only draw 4.
Okay.
Let's see.
Dick!
Yeah. I'm gonna play
Put me in rope.
Yeah.
Collection Steward.
Now I don't feel bad about those things I was going to do to him anyways.
You may reveal an ally card from your hand and put it on the bottom of your deck if you do draw a card. I'm not going to do that. Muster, when buying my next card that costs 2 or more this turn, if I spend stuff from multiple cards,
What do you
I
mean
gain 2
pretend,
power. Because he said he was pretending to be an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's,
No, I said-
but,
yeah,
But
I
he,
said-
I didn't know if he saw the question.
I did not.
I was letting you
Did
answer.
But
I am an entirely selfless human being at every moment of every day.
the whole reason I played this card, Levy,
why I live.
choose an opponent to
Which is
gain
why
a
I'm
tax
alone all the
token.
time.
If they do, I gain a money. Paul,
What did you do?
you've got a tax token.
Why?
Because you slowed me earlier.
What do I
remember?
do with this one?
Just
The
leave
next
it
time
fine.
you gain a coin, you'll gain 1 less coin, and you'll have to discard that.
You dick.
Yeah.
Also, while you have that, you can't attack the monster.
For the government, Kyle? Really?
Yeah. Kyle's working for the man.
Now, I'm going to play this to gain 1 more power
Don't.
and a protection token.
Don't do that.
It's all falling all over the place.
But I was going to do stuff.
Choose an
here.
opponent. I may spend a speed. If I do, I can. I'm not going to do that part because I can't attack the monster from where you guys would end up from moving you. So I'm not doing that part. But I did gain a coin from the tax. So I have 2 monies. When buying my next card that costs 2 or more this turn, oh, I don't have enough to make use of that. Which is too bad. That would be really cool. What's this card? Draw a discard card. Let's show you a basic card. Yeah, I'm gonna buy this card for 1 money. And then I'm gonna hit that monster right in its fucking face for 5.
Dang.
1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th one. Ooh, look at all those points. That does create a rubble token, so I'm just going to move this one that's in the district that nobody's in over here.
Yeah. Why would you move it from the one that
You
I'm
could
in?
leave.
Why would you do that?
You could leave.
What's the point?
Why would I help you?
Why would you help me? That's the real question, everybody. The
I'm
question
sorry
is,
I keep doing this
why would he help me?
I'm not going to bother with crowd retreat. I do provoke the monster. It's already facing
That's
me.
funny. I actually just really like staying in this little area.
I'm done. That was a good turn.
to you. I mean,
for
there's
me.
nothing
That
wrong.
was a pretty impressive turn.
From what I understand, if this is a well-designed card game, which it seems all right, I don't know enough about card games to
Which
know.
it seems alright.
It's like, but if you're like only doing like 2 or 3 colors, you're probably getting an interesting combo.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, my deck is 2 colors.
Yeah.
And it's working pretty well.
2 traders for 2 monies.
Feels like it.
Then, unfortunately, I have to target you for all this shit because he's a dick.
You could target me for 2 things and get me with the second one.
Yeah, but I want to get you with both. That's the point. So I'm gonna do. Game 1 for my my errant, my influence errant. Choose an opponent. Discard an ally card. That's you. You discard an ally card.
One of the things that's in my hand right
Yeah.
now.
Discard an ally card of his choice.
Just says they discard an ally card, so they choose.
Oh yeah.
So I just lose this card.
Yeah. You
Yeah, just put it in your
yeah,
discard pile.
whichever one it is.
Anything that's not a wound.
Damn.
Which one is that?
Traitor.
Trader. If it's a trader, gain 1 gold. Then we're resolving your next attack. I'll deal with that later. Then we're gonna also do the this guy, which is gonna give me 2 power. English. Dark Portal. Choose an opponent. That's you again. That has 2 or more of these. Which you do. Player reveals the top card of their deck and puts it into their hand.
What is it? Reveal it.
What is it?
Soldier.
Soldier. So a non-nomad basic. Again, 1 power, which is fine.
Doesn't it say you also steal a victory point from him?
No, that's only if he.
Oh, okay,
if he,
yeah. If it had been something else.
Yeah, if it had been something else. So that actually worked out.
I would have been mad.
Yeah.
If it would have been what?
If it had been
I could have stolen
a nomad or
2
a non-basic
2
card.
or 1 of the things from you, which is why I wanted to target him because he had so many, but I couldn't.
Lame.
And then, let's see, what does this say? While resolving your next attack this turn, to knock back a monster, choose an opponent. That opponent puts a bleed wound on their discard. If you don't have that, and then the next move placed in your hand instead. Yeah, I guess I will attack the monster. I have 4, so I'm just gonna do all this stuff that I don't have to. I'm gonna get rid of this.
Oh,
Place
See?
it.
look at him
See what
being
he
a
just
friend.
see what he just did?
I mean, honestly, if I was in his shoes there, that's what I would have done too.
Actually, before I attack,
Your shop first.
yeah, I'm gonna buy
Yeah.
this card first.
You should
Yeah,
have. I guess you should have thought about that before.
I didn't reveal.
Looks like
which
that
is the
costs like a
rule.
speed.
I didn't.
You're not supposed to refill until your turn is over.
Okay.
But it's fine because
Yeah,
I
okay.
think your turn is pretty much
Yeah,
over.
you're pretty much
3.
done. Yeah.
Well, I had 1 left, but I'm not gonna use it on anything. And then
Did you gain your victory points from hitting it?
not yet.
You hit it for 4. You moved the rubble already.
That's good. And then I can do the.
Oh yeah, you could do the crowd retreat to
I'm not gonna
bring
I
out
don't
new
care.
stuff. So
I'm curious what this card is, though. Okay. Okay, that's a nice card. And then that's my turn, I would say.
Paul.
Okay.
And I'll draw 4 fucking cards. You know, that could have worked out for you. You could have drawn an extra card. Something good could have happened to you. Probably not, but it could have.
So that goes back up to 5 now.
Okay.
You go up to 5.
So first I'm going to do that, to do this, to do that, to do this,
Oh yeah. Okay.
and then I'll do this. So I need to shuffle and then put my deck back down, right?
What's it
'Cause I
say?
don't- Because it says to reveal my top.
Oh
card.
yeah. You gotta have
Yeah,
a
if
deck
you don't
to
have
be
a
able to
top
do that.
card, then you got to do it.
So we'll do this.
Yeah, pretty basic deck builder mechanic is that
Do you always shuffle it?
like you
Yeah.
shuffle it. Yeah, you shuffle your discard pile to form a new draw pile anytime you need to do something with the draw pile and don't have cards.
Okay. And then I got a trader, meaning I get 2 speed. Okay. 2 speed, and then choose an opponent to gain a slow
Catacombs
token.
Expansion.
You
Oh.
gain a slow token.
Was that at Sun Ones?
And then
That's ghosts and like pits
going
and
to
like
gain
a bunch of fun stuff.
one of those.
Catacombs is
Then I'm going
probably
to
the best mechanical
gain
version
another
of it.
Agreed.
one of those.
I'm so excited about Legacy 2.
Mm.
Should be
And-
delivering soon.
I'm going to do this, so I'm going to choose Eric.
What?
And I'm gonna move him 2 spaces by spending a speed.
You can move him 2?
That's what it says.
Wow.
If you move that player's piece up to 2 spaces in any direction.
Wow.
I use 1 speed.
Okay.
And then I also gain 2 more attacks, and I'm gonna attack the monster as Eric.
From the same space that you are standing in.
I mean, I had to because he moved the rubble.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So then I go, so I get 4 of these guys, and then
That will
That's-
create rubble there, so
and
you're
then
gonna
that's-
move a rubble token. It doesn't, whichever one you want.
Tough.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I would have done.
And you can reshuffle these if you wish. And then this guy.
Turns to face you.
I'll leave them.
Okay.
And
Cool.
then we don't. And then when I use this guy, there's no wounds given out, or is it just because I did 4?
Because
It's
you
just
did
because
4.
you did 4.
But if I didn't, then would I have gotten a wound?
Yes.
And that would have been me, not him.
Correct.
Interesting.
And
Even
like-
if you attack from their space.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. I just want to.
Unless there's something that says that.
It
but
doesn't,
usually-
as far as I know, it doesn't. What's the ability called?
Possess.
Possess.
Moved,
See if
you
it
may
says
attack the
anything in
space,
here.
the next one. Check that
Doesn't
monster
say anything on the
taking-
card.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything about.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. That was my.
You only gain power if you choose to attack from the chosen opponent's space during your next attack. You don't have to move them when you're resolving this keyword. Oh, I didn't know that.
I did.
Yeah.
You can only attack from the chosen
Yeah,
opponent's.
because you couldn't attack because there was.
Well, because the way it's worded, you may spend a speed. If you do, you may move. Oh, there's the may, the second may. Aha. Okay.
The Aunt May.
The Aunt May. You can only, as any subsequent attacks have to be from your own space. Multiple possessed keywords can stack on the same opponent. I don't know how that works. It doesn't say anything about the wounds going to the opponent, so presumably they still go to you.
Okay. Good to know.
All done? Alright. My turn. I am going to kick things off with this. Oh, I lose my protection. That's gone. Kick things off with that. Electrostatic Entertainer. Ingenious. Reveal the top card of my deck and draw it. Discard a card unless I reveal a basic card. It's a basic bitch. So I keep it. And then all of these are basic bitches. That's a speed.
Sounds like a personal problem.
And
Nothing like cold tater tots.
Mm-hmm.
yummy.
Base is cold.
Let's see. I've got that and that and that. And what's on offer in these locales? I think I went over there. I think I want to stick with this synergy that I've got going. What are you? Ooh, interesting. Don't hate that.
Good dog.
How much money can I get this turn? That's it. Cool. So,
Good dog.
let's see. If I get
Got nothing for you.
1 money, 2 money,
Yeah, we're done.
I have 1 speed. So if I get,
What?
oh, well, that does fuck all for me. Okay, well, give me a power and give me another money. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna, actually, I'll take that as a speed. I'll take that one sideways. So that then I can spend 2 speed to go and spend 2 money to take this card. And I'm not going to use that power. That's my turn.
Okay. This one should be pretty simple, I think. For me, we're gonna spend 2 soldiers and a peasant to gain speed, but only gain 2 speed because somebody slowed us.
How dare they?
And we're gonna play a nomad to gain a power.
I feel very vulnerable now that I don't have a protection token.
Spend that there. And then we're gonna attack him for 1.
For 1.
Yeah. Which will just
Oh, we are close to
Provoke.
triggering endgame here. He's only got 6 health left? Yeah.
And I will gain my first wound.
And who went first? Paul did?
Yep.
Okay.
And because of that, okay. Which of you has been the most mean to me?
It's a toss
Yeah,
up,
it's a
honestly.
toss-up.
That is actually a
Yeah.
toss-up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty even.
It's toss up. Well, because you wouldn't let me do it last time, I'm gonna target you and choose
Me?
an opponent. That player draws a card.
I let you. I was not going to stop you. I draw a card and
Yeah,
reveal it.
No, you just draw a card.
Why is that a bad thing?
It's not.
Thanks.
What'd I do to you?
You slowed me a bunch.
Just once.
Twice.
I called him the
3
first
times a
one.
lady.
Lame. So rude.
You just slowed me,
Whatever.
and I gave you a card.
It's fine. It's fine.
Gave you a card, and then you slowed me.
Is it my turn?
It is.
Okay. I'm going to speed.
Are you going to leave the Undercity?
Yeah, for a second.
For a second.
1, 2.
You know, if you don't hit him for for 3 or higher, you don't create rubble.
Yeah, it's true.
And then we're gonna go power, and attack for 3.
Damn it!
Will create rubble.
Damn it! I just showed up here. This place
Yeah.
was so nice.
You are facing the Infernal Maw, so you take a bleed and a light wound because you didn't quite hit the knockback threshold. And place the top card of your deck into your discard pile.
And top card into discard. Okay. And wait, did I take 3? Yeah, I took 3. And that's my turn.
All right.
You still can shuffle these if you wish.
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think you had any coin that round, so. Okay, I had not looked at these cards yet. You guys took turns fast that time.
Well,
We all did.
I
That
only
round
had.
was pretty quick.
I didn't have many cards.
Yeah.
I had 4 cards, and all of them were bad.
Let's see. Let's play the Ghostly Gallant for a power and a protection token. Choose an opponent. I may spend a speed. If I do, I may move that player 1 space. Well, I didn't have speed to spend on that, and that's okay, because I'm in a space where I can hit it, and you guys are not. I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. Let's see this one. Voltaic Virtuoso, I'm going to gain 2 power, and I'm going to do a directed charge on Paul. Reveal your hand, and then I get to choose an ally card that you discard.
Reveal my whole hand?
Yup.
Man, you're a dick.
Go ahead and discard one of those soldiers, which will let me draw a card, and you gain an impair token.
What does that mean?
It means next time you draw up your hand, you draw one less. Just lower the white tracker to 4. Okay. I'll play this to gain another coin. And when I buy my next Outer City card this turn, if it costs 4 or more, I draw a card. 2 or 3, reveal the top card, yada 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 yada. And I get to enhance. I gain an optimize. I'm gonna play this soldier for a power. I'm gonna play this soldier for a power. I'm gonna play this to reveal this nomad and put it on the bottom of my deck to draw a card. That sucks. That's a wound. I'll go ahead and get rid of a soldier to give me another power.
You know you're triggering the enemy, right?
I do. I'm trying to get as much out of it as
But
possible.
what happens if you there's only 3 of these
I
together, right?
take extras from the bag,
How dare you?
and Eric will get one more turn, and if he hits the monster, he'll take them from the bag too.
I don't get any more turns,
Because you took the first turn, so we go an equal number.
but we don't do like a final turn.
No.
Lame.
When buying my next card that costs 2 or more this turn, it's not going to matter. Oh, actually, it might. Because I'm going to hit Eric with a tax
Don't.
token and gain a coin.
You're a prick. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't want to.
You're just going to pick up a protection
You're
token
gonna get
instead.
I'm actually protected.
Okay, so I do gain a coin from that. I'm going to then buy this guy for 2, which, when buying my next card that costs 2 or more, if it was using money from 2 different cards, which it was, 2 different non-basic cards, I gain 2 more power. Now, I'm gonna punch that fucker for 8. Thank you. 3 coins. Rubble goes over here. He turns to face me. I'll take those 5 more after I finish my turn. That's it for me.
Okay.
Endgame.
Him facing that way is not what I want, but spend these 2 as speed. And, you want... Do I want to go to Plate Maw instead? Yeah, probably. Spend that power. Spend that. 2 more power. And spend this for gold, which goes away. And we'll gain the 1 gold. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Then I'm going to overcome. You may ignore cost. No, I can't do that yet because I don't have the money that I thought I was going to have. But I can spend my 2 to go here. Then I've got. Yeah, I'm going to attack for 3 on his Plague Maw, which gets me another one of these. Doesn't matter. I'm going to create a rebel facing that way. I will shuffle these just for
shits.
yeah. Well, because
if you
Do you have a speed?
If he gets 1,
I do not, but it won't matter because of my tracker of the vicious. Ignore the additional speed cost for rubble.
Oh.
When you buy your next.
So if you happen to get a 1-cost card, you can buy it.
Yeah. Well, I also it will cost 2 less because I did 3 attack.
Oh, so you could buy a 3-cost card.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Thank you.
that's some victory points you could potentially be getting there.
Which is why I thought to myself, yeah, I should shuffle these and see what I get. It's got to be the outer, which is not a 3-cost, which sucks. But that's fine. And that's choosing an opponent. Can't do that. So yeah, that's all I got.
That's the end of the game. So, nobody did anything that touched the common supply. I don't know what cards do that.
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
I didn't see
Yeah, that didn't come up.
But I didn't go for purple, so I don't know.
I did. Purple was how I had protection tokens.
Okay.
So it just didn't come up. Okay, let's tally points. 1
Yeah.
point for every cube.
It seems like there was a lot of missed opportunity there for whatever that is.
I know there are ways to get those purple cubes, I just don't know what deck they're in.
And then we go through our deck.
Go through your deck for any point value cards. That'll be in the bottom right. All right. Who's it? What's it?
23.
Ooh. I didn't want to shout out numbers with Paul still counting.
Yeah.
27. All right, cool. So that's City of Myrkesh. What do you guys think?
It's pretty decent. Yeah, I like how the cards play. I'd have to play it, more to see how like different strategies and synergies. But like, yeah, it's got the bones of it's a deck builder. It does what you expect a deck builder to do. I like that the monster is only attacking. It only attacks back, so it gives you you don't. It is not like the ticking clock that is in other games. It's just the ticking clock is who's gonna kill it first. Which is interesting.
I'd be interested to see some sort of a mechanic that, I mean, it's not even necessarily like it needs that mechanic, but thematically it feels weird that
it doesn't
initiate combat.
Yeah, but it's in the middle of the city and it's
just standing there waiting for us to hit it.
Yeah, I guess
we're assholes. We already established that.
We are, and we're all
I think
we're all competing for who's gonna do the most damage to it.
The idea is it's just running. It's rampaging through the city, and then we run up and then like fucking stab it, and then it chases us into a district.
Right. Yeah. I'm honestly I'm surprised at how much I enjoyed playing this game.
I love deck builders.
I also love deck builders, so there is that. I didn't know what I was. I didn't know what how much I was going to enjoy playing it just based on learning it. But it's honestly it's a very solid deck builder. It's
got everything.
Yeah, I'm curious. Like obviously from one play, we can't judge the balance of it.
Yeah.
To know if one district happens to be, a little bit more like those are the better cards versus the others or something.
Yeah, but it doesn't seem like anything felt like better or worse.
Nothing stood out.
It just seemed like they were like some were more like these were the blue and green were the more attacky ones. This obviously the protection was all in purple.
Yeah.
This was all about
which I think was what allowed me to run away with you. You guys had a whole lot of cards that you could have targeted me with, but you opted to target each other.
Yeah.
And
I had a turn where I had both these cards where they were going to synergize.
You did it too.
Yeah. I don't think that happened. I don't think Paul ever did that.
Which, like, I only had one protection token at a time, so...
Well, it might be my like, because I haven't played deck builders very much, but I felt like it was, like, right when I got the cards that I feel like would have been a lot of fun, the game ended.
That's fair for deck builders.
That happens with a lot of deck builders.
That happens with a lot of them, yeah, because I like, in my mind, I was like because the monster looked like it had so much health.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is going to take a while.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was just gone.
I started getting a lot of power.
And then, and then I was like...
I can dish out some serious damage.
That was the other thing, too, about the royal part, is that you got a lot of power in addition to protection. Because, like, I had a lot of, like, underworld things, and there was a lot of, like... Again, there was a lot of power, but I didn't have enough money to buy it. and I didn't, and like, so
Yeah.
then when I finally got it, it was like there was nothing there. Whereas like if we had like 3 more rounds, I would have fucked the monster up. You know what I
Right.
mean? But like, yeah, so that
Well,
was the only thing
There
that was
is
kind of like.
there's an option. The rulebook, I set it up for a normal game.
Okay, so there's
The
different...
rulebook has a chart for your setup for the monster health.
Yeah, because I think, that would be... I was curious, like, what... I was like, this can't be the only mode in this game.
No, it's based on your player count and how long you want the game to be. You can
Oh, I
you
see.
set the health differently. So we could have done 45 health instead of 36, which would have gotten it another round
Yeah.
or maybe 2.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when you frickin' nailed it with 8 damage.
I
at
did
the
8
end.
damage that
yeah,
last
I mean,
turn,
it wouldn't
yeah.
really have done jack shit.
I mean, I wasn't gonna get a hand like that again the next turn.
Right,
I
right,
got
right.
all my good cards in one hand.
Yeah, I had just gotten some really good cards, and then when I got my good card, then you guys both fucked me in some kind of a way to where
Yeah,
I couldn't really
yeah, right.
fully utilize it.
Yeah.
And then I was also in Rubble. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different things at play here. I do wonder how much that protection token skews the balance, but at the same time, like, you guys, very rarely did you guys have a turn where you were only targeting an opponent one time. So you could have chosen to play a card at me to bait my protection token, and then play another card at me to
You've
actually
said that
hit me.
several times, but the problem was I didn't.
No, I know.
I didn't want to do that because I wanted.
Yeah, you wanted to hit with both.
I needed both so that I could do the thing I wanted to.
Right. I'm just saying, like, it feels like the protection was what
Yeah.
swayed things for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because otherwise, this was a pretty close game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were only like 3 points behind me or something.
Yeah,
like that.
and
I was only 10 points behind you both.
I hit it. I hit the
I did
monster.
8 points of damage in one turn, so there's 8 of those 10. You know?
I hit the monster like twice, and then like I left it alone for a while because I was like, no one's hitting it, and then suddenly I was like, oh shit, I gotta hit it again. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and then suddenly I started hitting it for the low amounts, which I wish I was hitting it for, because the first 2 hits were 4. I wish I hit some lower ones, so I could have gotten wounds, because I didn't get wounds to the end, and I didn't realize like how useful they
The
are.
light wounds are very useful.
They're very useful cards.
I wanted to hit, like, that's the thing, I wanted to hit it more, but then I kept getting stuck in rubble, and then I was like, I don't have the speed to get out of the rubble, but I don't have the, like,
It's the balance of like, you're like, do I sacrifice all this turn to just get out of here and then hope somebody doesn't turn
Right.
him?
Right, exactly, yeah. No, the rubble is probably the most frustrating thing about this game.
I got to the point where I was like, I don't really care which direction it's facing because I'm dealing enough damage to ignore the negative effects.
Yeah.
I just need to make sure I'm not standing in rubble when I hit it.
Yeah, you did hit the thick flesh quite a few times, and it didn't really
But it didn't matter because I was hitting the
Yeah.
knockback threshold. So
Yeah.
I think I'd be interested to see this with 4 players and see how that works
4
out.
or 5.
Yeah,
it goes up to
ooh,
5.
Yeah, that might be
Thanks,
fun.
Dustin and Danica.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would. I would be interested to see how the balance is swayed with a different player count.
It just would be. I mean, the Hydra would move more.
It would have more health,
Rebel,
so the game would take longer.
the rubble would move around a lot more often.
Yeah,
The cards would be pulled away. You'd be less guarantee on cards.
And the damage would even be distributed, like the targeting players would be distributed more evenly.
Right.
So like whereas like when it was just
You
the
having
it
a-
was like
yeah.
Yeah.
like it's like it's
Especially
kind of,
with 2 of us standing in the same place for most of the game.
yeah yeah it was an interesting dynamic.
I
for
moved
sure.
around a lot. You 2 didn't.
Yeah, he stayed there. I stayed here, and you kind of went all over.
Yeah.
It was fun though. I liked
I like I said, I was surprised that I liked it as much as I did. But it was a very fun little deck builder. The rule book, just as a disclaimer for those of you at home wondering about picking this game up, the rule book it could have used some more quality control. It's in a little bit of rough shape. I asked a lot of questions from the developer in order to make the how-to video and get a full understanding of how the game works. I think, other than the time I skipped that slow token for a round, we played it right.
Yeah, and it doesn't.
Top to bottom.
I haven't looked at the rule book, and you explained it pretty heavily to us. But even just like looking at this, and I mean,
It's not that complicated.
As a seasoned
Yeah.
board gamer, there's nothing about this I didn't understand.
Yeah. It's building on mechanics that are familiar
Yeah.
to anybody who's played
Yeah.
deck builders before.
Yeah.
Uh,
That was the card that I wanted to use that you guys never let me. That one would have been freaking
spend
badass.
speed as coin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And I had like a intense speed card. And yeah. Then but you had to end the game, didn't you, Kyle?
I did.
Yeah.
Because I had to deal 8 damage in one go.
Because he knew if he didn't end the game, I
Well,
You
it
would
was
have, yeah.
honestly, it was
Exactly.
down to 3 health, and I was like, "Oh, I have a lot of cards that can deal damage this turn.
Yeah.
I'm gonna end the game."
Yeah.
Especially because I was looking at the cube supply and distribution. I was like, "I think I've got this locked up." It was a lot closer than I realized because you
Well,
were buying some high value cards.
I had a lot. Almost all my cards were four cost at least, because I was just lucky. I had a lot of buy power most of the time, and I focused on that a lot, and less on hitting. And I made sure that last hit, I was like, okay, I need to hit it as hard as I can. So I hit it for 3 instead of buying cards. Would have been nice to get a card.
And Kyle barely beat you, right? You barely.
Barely,
won?
yeah. It was only like 4 points, 3 points, something
Yeah,
like that.
something. I was 23.
Yeah, 27.
Who did they think was gonna win?
Oh yeah, let's find out. Oh, this keyboard's dead. I need to get new batteries. Hello. There we go. Prediction. Oops. That's the button.
Oh man, I'm sorry, guys.
A lot of people voted on Paul. But some people voted on me.
I mean, it's a fair choice when Dustin's not here for me to fight. Kyle's my next obvious choice.
Yeah, that's true.
Good stuff. How you guys doing? You wanna call it, or you wanna play Catch the Moon real quick?
We can play Catch
It's a
the
short
Moon.
one.
I like
Cool.
Catch the Moon
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Great. Let's take a little breather while we clear the table, take a bathroom break. We will be right back, everybody. Stick around. We are going to play a dexterity game right after this.
Loved ones doesn't matter.
Welcome back in, everybody. How's it going? Oh, I never fixed that YouTube stream. Oops. I mean, we are live on YouTube. We just can't see the chat. It just had to start a fresh.
That's fine.
stream
If they want to
because of
interact
that.
with us, they can reach us at twitch.tv, where they can also subscribe.
That's right. But we do appreciate your support on YouTube also very, very much. So this is Catch the Moon. This is a very simple little dexterity game. Do you remember how to play it? 'Cause
Yes.
I have not read the rule book.
Yes. We roll the dice. If you roll a 1 ladder, you have to take 1 ladder just at random and try and make it connect. And
I think if it's 1 ladder, it has to only touch 1 ladder.
1 ladder is only touch 1 ladder. 2 ladder is
touch exactly 2 ladders.
And then
The moon is touch 1 or 2 ladders, not more.
yeah.
And have its highest point be the new highest point of the whole structure.
Oh.
Yeah.
And if any ladder hits the cloud or the floor on your turn, like while you're placing, you gain a raindrop. And the game ends when all of those have been given out,
Yeah.
and whoever has the fewest raindrops wins.
Pretty sure that's how it
I
works.
think.
Oh.
I
Okay.
think that's the gist.
Yeah.
What if we run out of ladders?
We.
Then the game ends, and whoever has the fewest raindrops wins.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's a super simple.
Because anything that falls out does not go back into the supply. It goes, it's out.
Can you put a ladder
Nope.
back
No.
in there?
No, these are the only 2 that can be stuck in there.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
You start with 2 ladders in any positions on the cloud.
Dang.
Yeah, we grabbed this just randomly at PAX because we had time to kill, and there was like there's plenty of places where it's like you can just grab a board game and start playing it, and we played it for a very long time.
We played
and
it
then,
for, yeah.
and then we bought it immediately. I think afterwards because we said,
Well, Danica went and found it at the consignment shop,
yeah,
like for like $5 or $10 or something, and this is an older edition than the one we played.
yeah,
It's the same exact game, and I think the components are even,
Yeah, it's just like a different.
identical.
It's
Just different publisher.
Yeah, different publisher bought it and then republished it. But
Cool.
so you can roll the dice and see who goes first.
Yeah, let's do that. Oh, and I'm gonna turn off buff and nerf because we don't have buff and nerf for
The
this
Nerf
one.
is placed.
Everyone goes first. Do that again. I go first. All right. So I'm gonna take a ladder. Oh wait,
You're gonna roll the
I'm
dice.
gonna roll the
first.
die first. 1. It has to touch exactly 1 ladder. That's my turn.
I will roll the die. 1. Grab a random ladder. This one. It's a touch.
Let's see if
One.
I
I will be a copycat.
can. Actually, what if I do this?
1.
Yeah. Oh, Paul. Oh, Paul.
So wait, now that I touch that ladder, do I have?
No,
Nope.
no.
Oh, okay. So like when you place it, it like so
It's-
so if I
you
if I-
have you have up until the point when you let go of the ladder you're placing to make up your mind.
Okay.
You can change your mind at any point prior to that. And yeah, what you just did was completely legal, where you manipulated the ladder you were hanging it from and then went, never mind.
That is going to be touching 2 ladders if you do that. But that, if you can get it to. Woo! It is not touching the second ladder. There's gap.
Wow. Hold on. They've got to see that. Look at that. This thing right here. How about from this angle? Can't really see it, but that is only touching 1 ladder.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
I see a gap between it.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All right, let's see what I got. 2 ladders. I'm gonna hang it. Oh, that's a lot looser than I realized.
That's what I realized too.
Jesus. Oh no.
The entire other game he was fine. When we played this one,
Yeah.
it's like
Sorry, I started drinking Gatorade and now I'm hammered.
so it can't touch 3 ladders, right?
Correct?
Correct. So I've got to. Hold on. I'm just gonna do something stupid like that.
Oh, okay. That works. Moon! It's got to be
It's
the
got to be the
tallest.
highest point of the whole structure.
And can touch as many ladders as you
No,
want.
can only touch 1 or 2. Cannot touch more than 2. Oh, I don't know about that one.
So wait, so if 1 ladder falls off,
If any ladder hits the cloud or the floor in the process of placing one, you get a raindrop, and that ladder's removed.
what if 4 ladders hit?
They all get removed, you get 1 raindrop.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
That is the highest point. It is only touching 1 ladder, you're legal.
Shit. 2 ladders.
I'm gonna start rotating just between the 2 flavor angles here. I think that one needs to be panned up or tilted up. Whoop, other way. There we go.
Yep, it's 2 ladders.
Oh, why did I throw it straight into the fucking cloud?
Would you have gotten a raindrop for that?
Yep. Yep. It is. It.
Very Jenga rules.
The rule book actually says, up until like your turn starts when you roll the die. Your turn ends when the next player rolls the die.
Oh
So if I hang it off or whatever, and something happens to fall before he rolls the die, I get the raindrop.
Oh really?
I mean, if somebody else directly causes it, I think.
Is that what the rule book says, Kyle?
I don't actually know.
There's like an inherent "don't be a dick"
Right.
in the rulebook.
How sturdy is this? Pretty good. Pretty good.
sturdy.
The fun thing about this game, like I've now played it probably a dozen times, and every time this thing looks completely different.
Yeah, that's cool.
Only one ladder. What a choice that was.
I'm just testing. I'm sorry. I didn't realize we weren't allowed to test things.
You are. You're just testing some very interesting things. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I only have a very limited perspective on this. There's a very limited slice of what I get to see. Chet gets to see all this. I don't get to see all that. I don't even get to. I get to see this. Not even all this.
You can just ask him to change the camera angle.
You can just shut your ass. Shut your fucking ass is what you can do. Yeah. Yeah, but hold still.
Whoa.
Hold still. All right.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wait,
I-
because it's his piece, right? So it's not a raindrop.
I think.
I didn't drop it. I threw it at the ladder on accident.
Yeah, what does the rulebook say about throwing your ladder at another
Flinging
ladder?
it at the ladder.
Let's see. A player must collect a tier if he fails to place his ladder according to the die result. One or several ladders fall or touch the table or the base. As soon as this happens, these ladders are removed from the game, if at all possible. The player's turn ends. If the player had not yet placed his ladder, it is also removed from the game, and the straight ladders used during setup are never removed.
That's one ladder. Yeah, so I think he's fine. Because he was holding the ladder.
I mean, we'll say that it's fine.
One shit.
Wow, I can't believe he's choosing it to do that. What a complete nincompoop. Okay.
It would have been so cool if what you were trying to do had worked, though.
I didn't assume it was going to. That's why I was testing.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't just plop it there and move on.
Like I did.
2. I would love to connect this monstrosity, but I don't know if I can. Oh my god.
At this point, I don't believe it's possible.
Wait.
Until
Oh!
somebody knocks all these off.
Oh, that's gonna be on 2 ladders. No, that's like on 4. Wait. Is that on 2 ladders?
It's
Two
2
ladders.
ladders.
Woo! I connected it. I did what I set out to do.
There you go. Oh,
Move.
Highest
shit.
point.
Close my eyes and grab this one. Ooh, highest point's gonna be a challenge
Yeah.
for somebody who doesn't know how to play this game.
Oh, that's some bullshit, but it worked.
Nice. Oh, no.
Highest point. I don't know if you can pull the same bullshit he did. Maybe. Ah. Ha ha. That is not going to be highest now. The way that it's hanging.
It stays, yeah.
Ooh.
Just because they fall down, as long as it stays high.
Yeah, as long as they don't fall off.
Yes. Yes.
Nice. Oh, I love this little strategy here.
Yeah.
That is gonna fuck somebody over real bad. Probably me. Oh no, I have to do highest now. Nope. No. No. Oh,
Here you go. You can have one of these little teardrops.
I knew it was gonna fuck somebody over.
Yeah, it was you.
Okay, and then I will just do one.
Look at this one dangling. And that is gonna fall.
Ooh.
It's stuck.
Can't get it back out.
This hole is just not big enough.
If I had a nickel. Is it only touching one?
Oh, it's
Ooh,
close.
that
I think
is-
it's got. Oh, it might be two.
That is iffy.
See what I mean? That
Yeah.
second one? You really just-
He's just like, let
There
me
you
pull
go.
it off.
There you-
Oh! That actually might have done it.
I think that's it. Yeah. Nailed it.
Yeah.
Expert at this game.
One.
Not only am I touching one, I'm stabilizing. I'm a stabilizing force for good. That's right, you can stand up. I don't have to do this from a seated position. Yep.
Two.
Okay, that would not have been my choice. Too, but hey, you
It worked.
To each their own. This one. I would have done something like this, and then collapsed the whole thing.
When is anything involving Eric good? You know.
Oh.
Okay, well,
Is that what you would have done?
yeah. Not done yet.
Just barely. Oh! It was legal too.
Yeah.
That one's out. I don't know if I can pull this one. Let me see. Yeah, I can get that out. Maybe. There's another one
This
touching
would
the
still.
ground.
This would still just be part of the one teardrop,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Okay, I got it out.
Okay.
There's another one. There's the two
touching-
more touching the
Yeah,
ground, and I
touching the
can't get
cloud.
those
Yeah.
out, so they just stay.
They stay.
Yeah, that's what it says. If at all possible. But
Oh, okay. 2 ladders.
As a self-sabotage on purpose, I just thought I was doing too well.
right now, Paul's winning with 0 teardrops or raindrops. Teardrops from heaven. That's what they are.
Way enough.
Can see the.
Yep.
Yeah.
The dude that plays this all the time gets them tattooed on his face.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what those mean. Whenever you see a guy with teardrops tattooed on his face,
Walk up to a dude with teardrops on
you
his
play
face.
catch the
You play
moon.
Catch the Moon too! Let's play!
They play it like super hardcore, where if you ever drop a ladder, you tattoo it to your face. It's a legacy game for them.
I was in a movie where I had a teardrop. I look different.
I don't. I'm gonna cheap out. I'm just gonna follow Paul's lead here. There we go.
Oh, actually.
Oh, no, that's touching 3!
You got 3.
Fuck.
Wait. Yeah, there's no gap. Yeah, it's 1, 2, 3. So so what happens now? Is it a teardrop or is it remove?
It should be a teardrop, but we let Eric reposition some things.
We did.
There.
Yeah, but that-
now it's only touching.
But
2.
I'm special.
1, 2. Yeah, here you go.
That's what I was trying to do.
2.
Did you pick this music specifically for this game? Because it really works.
It does, and no. What fucking playlist is this? This was supposed to be an epic something,
It's
I
like,
think.
it's like a very like lullaby type thing going on.
Misty Meadow. What? This is... Is this... No, that's a label. I don't know what fucking
Whoa.
we're listening to.
One.
I think this is going to be our last game so that I can go feed animals.
Yeah. This is, honestly, I think this is the longest game of this we've ever played.
I don't know.
Well, it's certainly the lowest tier, because...
So far,
Yeah.
and I don't know if that's true for me. Because I think I've played it a couple times
Yeah.
without you.
What?
Oh my gosh.
You fucking asshole.
Yeah, I know. I cheated on you.
You play other board games with me?
Without.
Yes, I play other board games with you. That is correct. I also play board games with other people. Nice.
What? You play board games with other people?
Yeah. Tell someone to invite me sometime.
No, I'm not going to share my board game friends with you. Get your own board game friends that are that were yours first.
Oh, that's not gonna work. That's gonna hit the ground. That is two. Fuck everything.
Yeah, but just try it.
I need smaller.
Try it, and if it doesn't work, slap the
God damn it.
stack like I did.
Oh, that's a big ladder. Damn it. How about over here? What if do you stop ever?
No.
Shit. Oh, wait.
Yeah, it's like how many times are you gonna not use that little nub to your advantage?
Please stop at some point today.
No.
Oh no. Really?
Oh, it's so.
I got it!
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Nice.
That counts.
Nicely done.
One.
Philanderous.
Oh.
That's a big $4 word. That's what I was trying to do. The ladder I had was too skinny.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Highest point.
No. It's honestly not the hardest thing in the world at this point.
Not right now.
Can only touch 2 ladders though.
That's
I don't think that's what you meant to do, but
that's only
Actually, only
one ladder.
one, maybe
but,
two.
maybe 2.
Yeah, but either way, it's
You're
illegal.
good.
Now the only thing is,
That one's not touching yet.
it's not yet, but
but it's hanging real low.
you put too much more on that's gonna hit the ground.
Oh, so if somebody makes that hit the ground, then
Yeah.
that's it.
well, it's
damn.
not it, but it's a
That's a
Yeah.
teardrop. That's a raindrop. A teardrop, whatever it is.
teardrop from heaven.
Like tears in the rain.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Wait, does this ladder still count? What's
No.
No,
That's-
that's another starter, an extra starter.
Yeah,
ladder.
they give you 3 straight ones
Oh, okay.
in case you break one. I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
Alright.
It's only touching one, I think.
Seems like it.
As far as I can see, anyway.
Yeah, I don't see anything different. The moon.
Oh, shit.
To the moon!
Not yet.
this. I'm
Yeah.
watching this.
Yeah, it's like, why do I put this where it doesn't?
There's only one ladder left. At this point, the best we can hope for is that Paul ties with us. Only 2 teardrops the whole fucking game. What is this? Oh! What?
This one just like went.
Just slid?
You didn't see that?
No.
Yeah.
I just... Oh, that's an interesting rule.
Oh, God,
Did it touch?
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Alright. And we can't really get that one out without.
No. Well,
Maybe. Actually, hold
I
on.
think...
Yeah, I think I can get it.
Whoa, maybe not. Just gonna knock some more shit over. Just leave it.
Yeah.
He's on the last ladder anyway.
Okay. Moon.
Highest point. I think you just made that easier for him.
Yeah.
You definitely did.
Yeah, that's not going to be the highest point of view.
I think that would have hit the cloud actually.
Yeah.
Because of how wide that hole is to
Yeah.
put it through.
It's going to drop all the way through.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
Fucking moon on the last
Yeah,
one.
this is hard because normally we don't normally build this
Oh,
stable.
Paul got a teardrop!
Dang it.
Which means he and I tied.
Yeah.
That's cool.
An interesting
Yeah, that's
rule that I didn't know about. I don't know if they took this out in the edition that we played at Gen Con. The game ends as soon as a player places the last ladder or collects the last tier. The player who collects the last tier is eliminated, and the player with the least tiers wins.
So you're telling me you just won?
No,
Oh.
because he didn't get the last tier.
Oh.
He just played the last ladder, and in the process got a tier.
Oh,
but there are more
okay.
tiers left.
Got it.
But
got it.
I didn't know that that was a rule.
Yeah.
Is eliminated meaning that they like you for multiple rounds?
Oh,
No,
yeah,
like
for the-
it's at the end of the game. So the game ends as soon as either the last tier is taken or the last ladder is placed.
So-
But if
if it ends with the last tier being taken, whoever takes that tier loses.
so if you
even
guys
if it was
both
their
have if
only
you guys both
tier.
have 3 tiers and then it was the last tier and
And
I
you
happen
took
to
it,
take it, then
you're
I
out.
I don't win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys tie.
But
and
if
I
we were
lose.
all tied for tiers, and you took the last one, then it's like, oh, then it's
Yeah. If you take the last tier, then doesn't matter how many tiers you have,
Yeah.
you lose.
yeah.
That sucks.
The player who collects the player with the least tiers wins. In the case of a tie, if there are any ladders left, tied players continue playing using only the moon die result until somebody makes a mistake.
We're supposed to keep playing then.
There's no ladders left,
Oh.
so when there's no ladders left,
We tie.
tied players share the victory.
Damn.
That's Catch the Moon. What do you think, Paul?
I like it. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
good one.
it's of the like dexterity ones. It's one of my favorites.
Very fun, simple little dexterity game. This is up to 6 players. I've only played it with
3.
4, I think.
I
yeah,
played
it's
it.
a fun one.
But yeah, I like it a lot. This is the older box. If you go looking for it now, you'll probably see the one from Cosmo Games instead.
It's very it's very like painted.
Yeah,
It's
this
super
one.
nice.
Yeah, this one reminds me of like Dixit in that
Yeah.
art style.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Anyway, I think that's gonna do it for tonight's show. Before we go, does anybody have anything they'd like to share with the class?
No, don't look at me. Don't find me. Don't talk to me.
Okay, cool. Paul, how about you?
You can try to find me.
I love you guys. As for this channel, we are live most Sunday nights at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I'm gonna take to saying most instead of every. There have been enough off weeks in the last 3 months.
Who can do every week?
I mean, yeah,
I
truly.
mean, come on. What do you do every week?
But I'm also thinking going forward we may like the live show needs to take a little less effort than it does right now for me. So that may mean partly because I'm trying to like build our channel up a little bit, do some other stuff, and if this is taking all of my board and barrel energy, then I can't do that. So.
Yeah.
We might do other things with our Sunday slots.
He's just
besides
too busy
doing-
for all of you guys. That's what he's saying right now. He's just too busy for you.
To Hollywood.
I wish that was true, honestly. I've been traveling a lot lately. That is done until the holidays. Anyway, we are live next Sunday night. We are going to be playing Necro Molds with a group of 4. So hopefully the expansion comes in. If not, we'll just buy some Play-Doh. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm
looking
excited
forward
to try that.
I'm out of here for the next 2 weeks, so you can't call me last minute anymore.
Okay. I appreciate you, Paul. I just want you to know I appreciate you. That's gonna do it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Hi, Sakura Dreamers. Sorry, you're at the end of the show, but good to see you. That's gonna do it for this week's show. Thank you all so much for hanging with us on your Sunday night. Paul, thank you for tapping in.
Thank you.
Sort of, kind of last minute. A little less last minute this time.
This time wasn't very last minute. The other times where I was just giving you fair warning.
Dude,
you know.
my planning has been last minute.
That's
of
okay.
late. That's why.
I get to play board games.
I'm glad
I
you're
don't
here. I appreciate you. Anyway, we will see you next week. Bye-bye, everybody!